What's up everyone, it's Jambors and Eli Adam, and in this video we are going to talk about second day of rehearsals and we will comment also the outfits. Let's talk! Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome also my guest, and she will gladly to tell you that you need to
subscribe, like, share, buy him a coffee, become a member.
Wow!
I forgot something?
Yes, you can also give me a super like, but let's dive into the rehearsals. 8 countries were rehearsing today on the second day, and we will go one by one and comment on, of course, those pictures. So don't take it very seriously. We don't know the context of the song, we don't know the climax, we don't know the camera editing, we don't know dynamics, and also I'm pretty sure that the countries are having some surprises for us which they don't want to share and are not visible throughout the picture. So don't go crazy who has the best staging and so on. We don't know yet. What I can tell just now, what I just saw during the whole rehearsals, because first semifinal basically is rehearsed for the first time, that unless Portugal, no one, at least from the picture, uses the palette options the arena and the stage really offers. And it's a sad for me to see that everybody use this flat design, even though maybe I'm not right and maybe there are so many twists, because at least we see 4 or 5 pictures, per each, and this is it. Somebody's using props, somebody just LED wall lights, but all those movable elements I didn't see anywhere, which is a little bit pity. But let's move on, and the first country who was rehearsing today was Iceland!
I'm cold. A little bit.
No, she's hot. Good. So let's talk about Iceland, let's watch it. So Hera Björk with this nice dress, it looks very simplistic, and also it looks very similar to the stage they had in their national selection song Kvapen something. And also she was going in front of the stage, then outside of the stage, then walk on some stairs, some pedestal or something, whatever it is. I just expect in here it will be bigger. But what do you say about her dress? Because Eli Adam is a fashion stylist, crazy big star in Romania. Everybody wants to work with her.
You are too nice. I can say that this outfit I like more than the other one, the red one. It's very similar somehow. And I can tell that they chose this direction to advantage her more, to fit her better for her silhouette. But this one is more like a stage costume, than the other one. And I also like the hair, how it goes with those fringes. I really love it. It's very dynamic. The outfit is very dynamic and it matters on stage, this. So yes.
Good.
Good.
It's
better.
It's not the Poland, right? But we will get to this someday later, Anyway, what I also see in here, that they use a nice structure in the LED and they kind of framing, like putting several layers on the stage, which also creates a depth. And also it kind of kills the flatness, because this is the big danger when you have such a huge LED screen and then you put, and it's huge, and you put the person in front of it, it looks like this, and it's 1 meter from the wall, even it's 15 meters. This is the illusion somehow how it works, so it's good to break it with some elements, and Iceland is doing it. I am very curious, but I think it will be chic, elegant, with nice warming colors, because she's heartwarming. Come on, she's an amazing artist in this, what energy she gives to the audience. But let's move on to the other country, which is
Slovenia. Raven. I like her style. All of her style, like everything she puts on her. I can tell that she does this in accordance to her style, her personality, her character, She's wearing the outfit, not the outfit is wearing her, So you can tell she's sexy, she knows this, but not in a very, inappropriate way.
No, it's not vulgar.
It's not vulgar, it's very artistic. I really like it.
Also, it reminds very much the music video they had.
Yes.
The only thing we were talking about those countries, of course, in advance shooting this video, because I was checking it all day, of course, because I'm obsessed. It's not nothing new. And I was surprised. Of course, I had this interview with Raven. She was talking about blue color, and also what I miss in here, it's very bluish, and it gets to this very positive bluish color. And for me, of course, it can be some climax, something, and they show us these parts, and maybe there are so many changes in color palette and so on. But for me, this doesn't really fit the deepness of the song. This dark energy, this pagan, spiritual, mysterious atmosphere. It doesn't go with this kind of color. So I'm very curious how it will look dynamic, how it will look in movement. Because for me, this was a big surprise. For example, this picture just feels more positive than this dark, crazy rough is going on you, you know? So I'm very, very curious because I think this is the peak of the song also. And for me, this is kind of disturbing to see this. But let's see. Let's see. Absolutely, I cannot wait.
But I can see this is also disturbing regarding
The dress.
her look. Also the hair, everything. The whole package is something is.
No, because she's very dark, right? She's very
Yes.
like.
She's like an elf somehow. Very fantasy. It's fantasy there, but nothing to do with those clouds.
Yes.
Anyway, clouds.
Like exactly, I would expect with this dress. Actually, I would expect at least. I know it can be 5 seconds from the show. That maybe doesn't tell anything to us, but I would expect darker, warmer colors because also the dress will pop out with this much more. This for me, it's a little bit mismatch kind of. At least from those pictures, doesn't help those pictures to feeling in advance about the staging, I would say. But now let's go to.
I will not say this. Finland! What? Announce me before doing this, please. I'm an old woman.
Yes, she's 67. Oh, sorry.
67.
Sorry, grandma. Grandiosa, I wanted to say. Grandiosa, fantastic.
This is different.
My English is not perfect. Anyway, what do you say about Finland? Of course, they are using this crazy 90s style, all in, all the cringe, everything what was disgusting about the era is here. As a fun.
Denim is not disgusting,
No, this?
I saw it first. Yeah. But I told you, I think he just, before this performance, he was too nervous. And he needed to go to the toilet, and he was in a rush to come on stage, and he forgot to close the schlitz,
Or maybe I think it's maybe just easier to take them out like this.
Come on.
Well, because he's jumping there naked.
He wanted to make a statement.
He will jump in there naked because, of course, what we see in here is just the bigger and maybe with a little bit more depth than the stage in UMK Finland. But it's basically the same performance. We can probably tell it from the pictures already. It will just use the lights much smarter, so it will create the depth. I like this with the egg and so on.
This is the Easter egg.
It's 90s Easter egg. I don't know what's the mythology about this, but for me this is the alien egg. Somehow I have this in my head.
Mother of Dragons egg, something.
But this is nowadays. Come on, like in 90s.
Dragons were forever.
Okay, dragons were forever. Although Finland's forever, I have no doubt that this is qualifying because it's, even though I don't like it, for me this way Eurovision will go in next upcoming years because why not if it's gonna work. But I must admit also it's fun. It is fun. Of course, I expect fun like this to be more likely part of some cultural interval act telling something about the winning country, whatever, than the serious contestant. But this is what it is at Eurovision nowadays. We need to deal with it, and I'm telling you, it's qualifying, especially because they just know what to do. And this fireworks, this is just crazy. When he do this,
yes, this part I like it.
Like, this is brilliant.
Yes.
Come on, this is really good. Like the stage designer for this for the staging, it's a mastermind. But let's go to your neighbor country, Moldova.
Trandafir de la Moldova te-aș iubi, dar nu știu vorba.
Nu știu vorba? I don't know how to speak.
De la Moldova te-aș iubi, dar nu știu vorba.
What is nu știu vorba?
I don't know to speak the word.
Nu știu vorba. I don't know how to say.
How to say, yes.
Okay. I don't know what to say maybe. Nu știu vorba. Okay, but now we need to speak about Natalia's Barbu staging and dress. What I can tell, if I can first speak about the staging, of course it's hard to tell again, but I can see there are so many changes. There is a tree, there is a blue screen, there are those big wings. I think those wings will be there for the part when she's like using the violin and being like an angel. So there will be a lot of surprises. I think it wouldn't be boring. Even it might be a little bit more flat, the design. Let's see how they will use also the props to a little bit break the flatness, to the box styling, because then it's just a box. But I'm not a super fan of the song, I must say.
I know.
But I like her performance. Like she, as a performer, is brilliant with charisma. She knows how to sing. She knows how to sell. She's a pure professional, and I think she can sell this. Of course, in just public voting semifinal, this, in my opinion, has no really any. It doesn't matter that much. But after all, she's Moldovan, and I think in the region she might be very popular. And I can tell that for me, this is the reason why I think Moldova, against all the odds, will qualify.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, but what do you say about her dress?
I love it. I really love it.
For me, she's Helen from Troy with some very
she's-
BDSM twist.
She is, but for example, this harness, how to say it, like this detail, it's not that actual, modern anymore. It was a trend a few years ago, but with this exception, I really love it. I would have loved to skip that harness.
Actually, me too, because she doesn't need it.
She doesn't need it, and it's kind of a contradiction between the upper part of the body,
which is very airy, right?
Exactly, and very, like you said, Ellen of Troya, with the part,
The
the lower
sexy-
part, which has.
But maybe there is some plans,
Maybe, who knows? Now this is all we have.
I'm very curious. What do you think? Will Moldova qualify? In the comments below. And let's move on to the next country, which is
Azerbaijan. I love the song.
I also like it, really.
Really, the voice of the guys, it's very soft, but somehow these costumes, I don't know what to say.
I wrote on Twitter that I don't feel the song as becoming a Star Trek, that I didn't expect it.
It is Star Wars there, but I don't see any connection with the song, with the voices, so soft and warm, and these very rigid costumes, very, also the chromatic, I don't understand it.
Yes, chromatic means the color palette, basically.
Yes.
For me, they used this color palette, I think 2-3 years ago, something like this. They received 0 points from public, but lots of points from juries. In my opinion, it was a very good song. Very good. So as a juror, I would also put put points on it, because professionally it was done perfectly. Although the staging was quite good. Also in this color palette, but it was completely different song. For example, from this, I don't understand what has Buddha to do with Azerbaijan. For me, this is so, this. I hear the song, and I imagine like mosque. I imagine sand. I imagine rocks. I imagine warm
Dune.
weather. Dune.
Like you said.
Yes, we were talking about this. I imagine like Dune color palette, Dune feeling.
Exactly.
Not that too much sandy, but let's say this
Neutral.
warm, neutral, warm, yellowish, this kind of thing with
Natural somehow.
somehow goes with stereotypes about this kind of also folklorish sound in it.
Yes.
And this, I cannot imagine, like, what is the connection Azerbaijan with Buddha and this song? For me, this is a strange combination. Maybe the song meaning makes sense about this, but I can really tell that no one who's watched Eurovision cares about those crazy meanings and super over combinations. Even though it might look designedly very well, and in motion it could look very good. And I like Azerbaijan can do stagings, right? But somehow now just the first reaction on this color palette, those dresses, this Buddha and everything, it feels like I'm touched.
I'm confused.
It's like two concepts for one song,
I'm confused.
I'm completely
totally
confused. Okay, but let's move
Sorry.
on. But let's move on to another country, which is Australia. So, what do you say?
I always like white on this skin color. It's amazing, you know.
Yeah, because everybody pops out.
Pops out, and it's not for everyone. Like for me, white. If you put white on me, you will not see me anymore, you know.
Yes,
but
it
for
will be
her,
like a cosmonaut. Sorry.
we will talk after.
Maybe.
Maybe you don't.
I need to talk? Okay. Let's talk.
Let's talk. So yes, I really love this contrast, and I also like this outfit, the gown. It's very flowy, very natural. I also like the headpiece, this somehow traditional
This
but
turban?
but very fashionable in this context. And for her, this is
It's
an
him.
It's a man?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What?
I think so.
I don't know what to say anymore.
It doesn't matter. It look like he looks good.
Yes. I couldn't tell if it's a her or she, but she, whatever.
As you can see, Ellie doesn't know anything about Eurovision, so she's completely unbiased, you know.
But the outfit looks amazing. I really like it. So sorry for this, but now I know something new, you know.
Of course.
Because she also has nails, you know, big
Yes.
black
It's a
nails.
style. Why not?
It is a style, yes. And
Like it fits somebody. It's somebody for. It's not for everybody, for sure.
for sure. But I really like it.
I also
I
like
like it.
And I must say, I also like it, and I'm very curious how they will use the stage, because in here, it feels very, very flat, because all the boxes are up. They also use the graphics over there, but it will look flat on the big cameras in the stage, in my opinion, if they won't break it with some other elements the stage offers. I'm very curious, like for me, it would feel a little bit more static. Of course, I can see the dancer in here.
I like also that outfit.
Yes, it's like the Scottish kind of a little bit.
Yes, reinterpreted
Yes,
somehow.
but I like the color palette behind. It will be very dynamic LED screen in my opinion, which can also very help. And also the edit probably will be very nice. The song is very positive, very
We
uplifting.
talked about this, yes.
Yes,
also
I like it. I'm not. It's not the song I would play every day, but whenever I hear it, I say like,
Exactly.
yes, why I'm sleeping on this. But from the staging, of course, we don't see anything in here. But I'm very curious how it will really work not to be static. I think he will be jumping on the set a lot to bring it. But this is not a dancey song. It's more like
It's not a
very
dancey song, yes.
go together, come together song. You know. Anyway, I'm very curious if Australia can qualify. In my data calculations, they had no chance because in this semifinal there is least countries who can vote for them than not statistically. In my opinion, if the performance will be nice, it will be a little bit shame that, for example, this won't come through and some crazy act without good proper singing and just proper song music instead of trolling would get through. But this is Eurovision nowadays. I think if there are juries, they are much more safer than when they are not juries, because I think professionals can balance. You know, this is stupid. But let's move on to the other country, which will maybe suffer from the same fate as Australia, and that's Portugal. Yolanda Grito. We were talking about her a lot
Yes.
before because we were checking all her dresses during the Eurovision pre-parties and so on, and we were saying like that her stylist, sometimes it's a really miss, doesn't really help her
Yes.
shape of the body, let's say,
Yes.
without any being like
This is-
offensive,
but
but
this is a
realistic.
fact. This
It's
is a
our job
fact.
after all, so
Yes.
so we are doing it even in our real lives. It's our thing. But what do you say about Portugal?
I like it. This one I like it. The other one we did the video for. It was also white, right? I remember well.
Yes,
But
it looks very similar to the national
It
selection.
looks very similar, but the other one wasn't complementing her, like her silhouette. This one is more on, on her body. You can see that it was especially created and made for her silhouette and body, and I really like it. Also those details, a lot of amazing details.
It has like layers, right?
Yes, and also
We are looking at the first picture now.
So see, a lot of details.
Mm-hmm.
So at the first look, you may say this is very simple, anyone can do it, this is not a stage costume, whatever. But this one is very complex. So I can really say, also the dancers, I really like them.
I like it. Like so many people don't like when the dancers' faces are not visible, but I kind of like it because for me the center of the attention are not dancers ever. They are complementary to the stage, to the show, but the main point is always the artist. And here the artist is everything, and the dancers are here to help to create much deeper atmosphere around it. And also I think it will be similar with this contemporary dance. For me it fits very much, but what I like on it already, and Portugal is always very creative with stages because I think they cannot afford too much. But what, and this is,
And they need to be creative.
but this is perfect at Eurovision when you have limits by money, and you always have a stage which can serve you some elements which you can use. Portugal is always using them perfectly, and you can see it over here already that at some points those big boxes of like LED boxes, they are going down, almost narrowing the 35mm film, like the filmic widescreen, and it completely recreates the stage, breaks all the shapes, and recreates an original space for your act. And also I can imagine that those LED strips underneath the big LED boxes, they will also beam at the same at the rhythms. They maybe will change, they will sometimes use the floor, they will sometimes use the LED, and unless their national selection, for them the screen it's much farther for them, and because they are using basically the gradient from white to black in the screen, it will look very, very elegant in my opinion. And it looks already
minimalist, but
minimalism is cool.
It's very cool and it's deep, you know. And I really like, for example, what you said about these lights coming down, with them wearing these white outfits. You can see here that this light coming from up, it reflects even more the white from their costumes, and they are popping out even better, you know, on stage with this.
I think the only thing they need to take care of, because this was a little bit annoying, but I don't know if it was an artistic choice. It was a little bit annoying me that it was overexposed in Portuguese national selection, and then you cannot see anything basically.
Yes.
They are like one body, but maybe that was also the intention. Yes, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know, but I'm very curious. Like for me, this song, just to say, it's kind of high art music at some point. It's very hard, in my opinion, harder to digest by the viewer. So it's good that they adapt the staging to the fact that it will be also very interesting visually, and it will be different 100%, which can give them some points. Even though, if the juries are here, she is winning, or she is definitely in top 3 of qualifying by those 10.
Good.
In this, when only public is voting, I don't know if this is the thing.
It's not a commercial song.
It's not it's not it, and for me, Eurovision is suffering with this decision so much, and I don't then understand why those artists like Yolanda find a motivation to go to Eurovision anymore, you know? Because why? But this is another topic. So let's move on to the last country, and this is the ending of the semifinal, and it's Luxembourg. Tali with her song Fighter. So they use the same hairstyle as in the music video, which actually I like. If I must speak very honest, I think those hair, like they create her fighter. She's more tough, but it doesn't really help her face.
From my point of view,
This I don't understand really.
they wanted to create a character, but for this it's okay. So all of us should do this, but you need to do this in accordance with the person who will wear or interpret that character. If they don't match, it will not be a good result, you know.
I'm very
in here, from my point of view, I can see it's not in her character, this style, and also this black overall. Yes, maybe it's minimalist, I get it, but I would want more.
And what do you say about the dancers?
Actually, they look amazing. I don't want to be mean, but it's the truth. They look better than her. At least they look from the dancers and her look from different stories, different performances. I cannot see any connection there.
This is one thing because they are connected to the, at least in this picture, they are very connected to this ambient.
Of course, the
but
dancers.
The dancers. But my issue, when you now mention it, it's more about the fact, two things. First of all, if you just look at this image, you would say that the singers are, it's a company of singers with a dancer. A little bit. No, like don't laugh.
Yes,
like,
no, I'm not laughing
like
because you are right.
It's logically because they are more popping out.
Yes,
And also it's because of
sadly.
it's because of the black, because black takes all the light and she cannot pop out, but maybe there is some very specific idea about it with silhouettes, and maybe we just see some part of the,
I hope for
which is unconnected like this. It will not look like this in TV. So but the black dress, completely black, there is only those, I don't know, chains around the
Come
neck
on,
or something, but this is very small.
So overrated this. And anyway, when I look first thing first, when I look at this picture, no, like this, I don't see her at all. I only see the dancers. I look
But
at
this
them.
is photo, so in the cameras maybe they have another angles, but she's black. She's
Yes.
black.
But photos are also very important.
But at least this is different because everybody's using white elements, so
I don't know.
not everybody actually.
I am curious about the performance.
I'm also very curious. But it will be very dancey. It will be very dancey. So maybe in this, when they create the colorful circle around her, she will pop out somehow, But I'm not sure about
Let's
this
hope.
color palette then,
Yes, also this.
For me, this is a mystery because I would probably expect more like Azerbaijan.
Ah, yes, and to switch between
Actually,
them.
yes, I would.
Right?
I would completely.
Yes.
If I switch it,
Yes.
it would be
Perfect.
matching.
Yes, let's do this.
For me, this song, it's a kind of gentle, dancey track. It's not this fighter. It's not.
Strong.
It's not this strong, powerful fighter for women rights, whatever. Like this, want to punch you in the face. It's more like very gentle, kind of very uplifting, and being a fighter. But what I like in this, and I can comment just the staging now, from those little photo fragments, right? That we will be they will use a warm color palette for sure, and some big surprises also because there are so many atmospheres on the pictures already. Like she's only pinpointed by light, but this picture I really like. Also, they will use some prop. I'm very curious how they will use it, which is I'm pretty sure for pictures we see also the pyrotechnics. I can tell immediately that we won't be boring visually because there will be, maybe it will be too much. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think so. I think it will be like every second will be filled with something is changing, happening, doing, working to make this song dance visually. I think this is the principle of this.
Too much or mismatch.
Too much or mismatch? What do you think? Write us in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think about what we said? If it inspired you, if it make you think about other ideas or whatever, just leave the comments in below. I will try to reply also all of them. If I will like them, if I don't like them, I won't do it. I will.
I will reply them.
Holy Paraskeo.
Holy Parask.
Anyway, also you can subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, buy me a coffee or give me a super like, or if you want those content to have it in advance, become a member. It's easy as that. And more videos with Ellie is coming soon. Soonelets. And also she will have a birthday tomorrow, which is 29th, 25-year-old.
For this, for sure we'll have a discussion.
Thank you for watching. Bye.